know if I can write about what happened and come out whole or alive. I don't know if I can look back. Besides, if I tell it, who's gonna listen? No one believes us. They all think we had it so great. It's the best time of our lives. When people tell me that, I want to puke. If this is the best time of my life and I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life, then I should just end it all right now. Oh, Amy, I didn't mean it that way. I'll start with the way it was. We've all come to a point in our lives where we want to desperately help someone who will not help themselves. Mary Beth Miller touches on these themes and the frustration in these circumstances in her work titled Amy. I froze, unable to speak, and stared at her. Even then, I couldn't say the important things. I couldn't face ugly truths. Amy had never really been explicit about what happened in her house, but she dropped hints, never said it outright. She and her stepmother didn't get along, that I knew. Around others, her stepmother was nice as sugar, but I had always known that she abused Amy. But now, as I looked into Amy's eyes, her cheeks, her shaking hands, I wondered if I knew anything. What do you want to know? The details? No, Amy, I thought she knocked you around, hit you, stuff like that. Yeah, she does if I don't do what she says. Does she say mean things? Don't all parents? Amy, don't you want to talk about it? You know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about my cat. No one ever talks about her. No one ever says. They always just say, oh, she's just a cat. You should get another one. Nobody says, wow, you and that cat go back a long way. She remembers what it was like before. When your real mother lived with you. When your dad didn't walk around with blinders on. When you knew that you were safe in your own bed. She slept with you night after night, soothing you. Even when your parents fought and when your mother left. When she ran off, did your cat try to tell you that everything would be okay? Did she act like nothing bad ever happened? Tell me that. She stopped, her shrill voice echoing. She looked at me for a long time before she fell against me and cried. I rubbed my hands up and down her back. She rocked with me. For a while, then she stiffened. Don't touch me. Her voice came from some inner place I had never seen before. What does she do to you, Amy? Tell me. She needed to say it. Her eyes were hollow, empty of feeling. There was something dead inside her, cold and frozen, that never felt the heat of anything. She hid it most of the time, but it was the only thing in her eyes when I asked my question. Nothing that unusual. Lots of girls do it. It helps them when they get married. She sounded strange, so far away, not in distance, but in time. She sounded young, childlike. Images I'd never seen tumbled from her lips. Her stepmother and her games. Games, she called it when Amy was young, and then preparation, now that she was older. Now she used threats Amy knew were real. Because Amy had seen her destroy her family, had seen her drive her mother away across the country, had seen her steal her brother's affection from her. Made Amy a problem child for her father. No one would believe Amy, not a soul. Things like that don't happen. Things like that never happen, especially in families like theirs. So what do? What I've been trying to do all along. Die. My mind always stops when I hear her simple response. Die. It's just too hard to face. I didn't have the energy for this. Not tonight, not ever. I pulled the spread off the bed and covered her up. Sleep, I said. Her breathing slowed, then became inaudible. I climbed under my own covers and allowed myself to sleep. I woke to see Amy creeping back into the room. I'm scared, she said like a child who's woken from a vague and frightening dream. I'm scared. Everything will be fine. I don't think I could have come this far without you. Will you stay with me tonight? One last time? Something inside me jerked awake. Something I let sleep, warning sirens, bells, everything started clamoring in my brain. What do you mean, Amy, one last time? I need to end it. And I can't, not without your help. Not without you here. It's so dark and scary doing it alone. No, Amy, not that. You're my best friend. I can't live without you. I'll help you live. Not here if that's what you want. I'll support you in any way I can. Tell them I've seen her come for you. Tell them I've seen her beat you. Tell everyone what happened until they believe it. I don't care, but I need you alive. Then support me how I want you to support me. I can't do it your way. I'm tired. Tired of everything. I have to sleep, but you have to stay with me so I can do this. No, I will not help you kill yourself. I still didn't at that point have much of a clue about what exactly she was talking about. Did she need help slicing her wrists? Hold her hand while she died? Watch her die? I'm going to the bathroom, I said as I stood up. Bring me the bottle in the sink. I want to take something. My mouth went dry, drier than when she'd asked me to help her die. What bottle? Bottle in the sink. Very important. Stepmother should never leave sleeping pills around with kids in the house. Never. Amy started to laugh, a deep, gagging laugh. I raced for the bathroom. I saw fragments of what appeared to be family photo albums. Every picture of her stepmother had been cut into tiny, tiny fragments. There were no pictures of Amy anywhere, but the bottle was still there. I was unaware of my tears as I picked it up. There was no rattle of pills. She'd already taken them. I felt devoid of hope. Amy, I screamed, feeling as though my limbs were being pulled in opposite directions like some puppet in a warped play. I need to get Amy. I needed to get help. She wasn't answering. She was lying face down on the bed. Her back rose and fell, but slowly. Too slowly. I rolled her over and came face to face with despair. A long trail of vomit slithered down the side of the bed. I had planned on making her throw up, but she already had. It was the only thing I knew that would slow things down and get some of the drugs out of her system. Oh God, Amy. She didn't respond. How much of the stuff did you take? Answer me. But she didn't. She couldn't. Damn you, I screamed. Damn you for this. Friends don't commit suicide. They don't die.